And speaking of a wrap, we are coming into Eternal Empire LE. The cast is already. Azure is ready.
It only took half an hour,
And
but
Pro
we're
comes
back.
in. We did it, Reddit!
We did it. Apologies for the wait. So sorry if, you wanted some StarCraft and you just had to listen to us talk about nothing for 30 minutes.
We talked about Pro's game.
Yeah, a little bit. All right, here we go.
Here we go indeed. And speaking of, I don't even remember what we're speaking of. In the bottom left-hand corner map, spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Eternal Empire, Ile, we have the blue Protoss, widely regarded as the best player of ANZ. He is representing Legacy Esports as well as Australia. He has his point of view being played over on his Twitch channel. There should be a link in chat. He is Probe.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Eternal Empire LE, we have the Australian Terran representing Legacy Esports, down 0-1 in this series. Can he bring it back to the ace match? It is Azure.
And a little bit of a hit bop with the workers. I have to wonder what we're going to see coming out from here. A little bit of an update as we were unable to cast game number 1. Probe went for a disruptor play in the early game. Got a couple of disruptor drops as well with the warp prism. Meanwhile, Azure went for a bunker rush with tanks. Not with banshees, which was a little surprising to me.
Yeah, a bunker contain or a bunker push. Based off of, I think it was 2 base, maybe 3 base. But yeah, it was definitely a really interesting play. Oh, I like this.
Sure,
delaying the gas
steal.
Yeah. But
I like to think that Azure was going for a gas steal instead of delaying the gas.
It's possible. But yeah, as you said, Probe did go for an earlier robotics bay, and yeah, went for disruptor drops even, which was really cool to see. You don't see that too often. Will he do that again though? Probably not.
Yeah, I feel like probably not. He could potentially pull it off because, let's face it, nobody expects disruptor drops 2 games in a row. But it would be quite a bit of a risk here. Ooh, this Reaper. Can he get the Adept? No, does not look likely. But if Azure keeps juking and jiving like this, but he has only 1 shot left, and the Shade completes anyway.
Yeah, I like it. The Reaper dancing with death there, trying to get some damage done on the Adept.
Earlier robotics facility, as you do see once again. So it could be an early Robo Bay behind this. Probe is trying to get some delays here.
Nice save.
And it was a pretty clutch save there.
Yeah, quickly on the brink of death, the SCV jumps into the CC. And yeah, minimal losses on the side of Azure. 1 health.
No losses, I don't think.
Yeah.
Marine and the Hellion will be able to, at the very least, chase away the Adept. Still chilling a bit with his Reaper. Got the health back up, going for the Scout. And he does... Does he see the Robo facility?
He did. He saw it.
He did. So you should be preparing here.
Yeah. So you should have an idea of what is happening. Expecting a warp prism coming out of that relatively soon. It's kind of hard to judge because could come out and there it is, mate. It's happening.
You know what? We were saying that nobody goes disruptor drops 2 games in a row. I think Probe is going for a Colossus drop this time.
We did see Zest do it against V4 Vivaldi, I believe.
Yeah, feint to finesse, if you will.
Yeah.
He does it quite a few times in PvT, especially on Eternal Empire. Probe just taking a page from the IEM Katowice runner-up.
Yeah, so it could be possible that Probe does pull it out, as we did see Zeth do it in ESL Open Cup Asia, a couple of days ago. But we'll see. It could just be for disruptors. Meanwhile, this drop...
Azure is being a lot more aggressive this time. He wants to pile on the pressure because he should at least suspect that Probe is building up to invest into something. Meanwhile, the Hellions do go in. They do get quite a number of probes. 6 probes already go down, 7 even, but the cost of 3 Hellions. The Nexus does go down as well. It was a cancel, but even still, delaying the 3rd like that.
Yeah,
that is absolutely a victory for Azure.
That was very nicely done. And those Hellions, they serve Stalkers to stay at the natural to deal with them. They couldn't make it to the 3rd base to try and save or stop that 3rd base from being cancelled. And again, you know, Azure, he's not letting up. We do have another drop, another Liberator as well. It does get spotted though by that Observer. Did Probe see it though? Oh, it looks like he did. There are units moving in position to that drop.
Ooh. Takes out a medevac, and now these Marines are sitting ducks. They have to start a step like their life depends on it. Probe is looking to kite this as best he can, but already loses one Stalker. Meanwhile, the big thing to keep in mind, that Colossus is almost done.
Oh my god, we were right. He actually is going for Colossus. I was still skeptical about it. I thought it was more likely to go for but as we said, you know, not doing the same thing twice in a row, going for Colossus. Whether we see drops come out as well is to be determined. Oh mate, he's gonna do it. He's gonna do it.
He's gonna do it.
Jesus Christ, I love it. Okay. Meanwhile, though, we do have Azure throwing down double armories, making it happen.
Yeah, making some magic happen here as best as he, or what he does do every now and then. Again, Azure, a very varied Terran player. We did see him go bio in the first game, and now switching it into Battle Mech. A couple of sentries here. Ooh, he's pushing out. And you know what? Sentries are going to haluk a couple of Colossus. He's gonna make Azure think that's not real.
Oh, the tank's on siege. He has to be so careful.
On siege, and the Stalkers are already taking it out like so. Colossus have free reign here, but they're not focusing on the Marines, choosing instead to concentrate on the Cyclone.
Yeah, I think a little bit lucky here. Azure, his 3rd base is getting focused by this army. I don't know if he really had enough so far to defend. He's trying to get out as many tanks as possible to hold. He has one.
I do not think Azure was expecting a Colossus push this
exactly early. Yeah, but Azure, he's a little bit lucky because Probe, he's respecting him a little bit too much. He's like tentative about pushing into his natural when he totally could have, but now been pumped out, and Azure, he should be able to at least secure his natural, like stop him from pushing in.
There is high ground vision here, and the tank will not be able to do much before being taken out by the Starkers and Colossus. Couple of Zealots here without charge. Charge is about to complete. Good scan does take out the Observer, and that was crucial. That was instrumental to Probe keeping on the pressure, being able to take out tanks as they siege in high ground.
Yeah, but behind this Probe, he is getting a 4th base. Meanwhile, Azure, he's still stuck on 2 bases.
I like what I saw there. Using the hallucinations to draw away the mines.
Yeah.
That was as genius of a move as you could probably get in this scenario. A lot of tanks being thrown out, and Probe, it seems, might have overstayed his welcome a bit here. Liberator will be able to get quite a number of kills. There isn't much of anything here really for Probe, but he is warping in a couple of Stalkers. But this is such an awkward position for the Stalkers to really take out the Lib.
Yeah, this is a good start for Azure, like killing a handful of probes, you know, forcing some mining time lost as well, but I feel like he needs a little bit back. Yeah, he does force him back. There is a Warp Prism sneaking into the main of Azure's. He has to be careful. There is a missile turret though.
But it is only one, and 4 charge slits will be able to come in here with more being warped in immediately. And this is a lot of trouble here.
The armory is vulnerable. The upgrade could be denied.
Yeah, it could. The Warp Prism does get taken out, but 7 SCVs have already gone down. +1 weapons has already been denied, but at least +2, +1 armor will be secured.
And a 5th base.
That is
Jesus.
a 5th base there, if I've ever seen one. Probe, I don't want to say he was never ahead, but he is continuing to take these incremental advantages there.
Exactly, yeah, and here we go, Azure scanning to see if there is a 4th base, to see the worker count. He still doesn't know about the base being taken, and even seeing that 4th base is like the pressure, how ahead Probe is economically, and even with his army.
There is a lot of tanks and a lot of Vikings right now, but Probe wisely decides not to move up the ramp into that. Doesn't have a lot of anti-air. His Colossus are very exposed, but he does have quite a number of storms, and those do pretty well. Nice bombardment here, making use of the tank's friendly fire. He's dropping these charge slits. It's like when you see Terran players drop Marines on top of tanks. Blue Flame is about to be finished, but it doesn't seem like it's going to be enough. If you just look at the army supply, it's 80 versus 38. Probe can definitely press his advantage, but it is a lot of tanks.
Yeah, that is a lot of tanks there next to the 3rd base. Well, it does look like there was a Hellion run by killing 8 workers, which is quite nice counter damage, but he still needs a more to get back into this game.
That he does, but he at the very least has been able to drive Probe away. But GG is called. And Probe is our first semifinalist of the evening. That was an interesting end to that game. I don't think that Azure made the wrong call there, because Probe was insanely ahead. It would have been really difficult for Azure to come back in that. But it did look like there was a silver lining towards the end for Azure. There was a chance to grab, but it was a very slim chance in the end. And so tapping out for Probe to advance to face Demi. I don't know why I said he was the first semifinalist. He's the 3rd.
He's the last.
He's the last.
It does look like Pez versus Miyamaka did score was, but everyone is out of game. Everyone is currently waiting. And yeah, I guess we'll just follow Probe into Demi.
Yeah, I'm not sure if if there's an order for the semifinals or if they are held.
They aren't held. It is up to the players if they want to wait for it.
Right.